Hello girls, today we will discuss about the flow chart which I have uploaded in Google Classroom and also in WhatsApp. So this is a very nice flow chart which is which is about microorganisms advantages and disadvantages. So what we will discuss today is about the advantages and disadvantages of microorganism flow chart. Then we will discuss about the recap. We will just do a quick recap on Robert Koch postulates and spontaneous generation, and we will also discuss about the microscope parts and their uses. So let's start with the microorganisms advantages and disadvantages flowchart. So if you get an opportunity, or if you get to write it in your exam, if you get any question regarding this, if you just draw this diagram, this flow chart, you will get very good marks. So let's start with the advantages of microorganisms. That is, it is helpful in production of dairy products, production of insecticides. Insecticide is nothing but to kill the insects and pests in agriculture, and it is also helpful in the production of enzymes and antibiotics, antiviral production, and it also helps in bread making. Especially yeast is used to prepare a bread. It also helps in soil fertility, and we can also produce steroids, and we can also prepare alcoholic beverages and vitamin production, and it also helps in sewage treatment, that is water treatment, and it also helps in research and biotechnology. So disadvantages is that we have two disadvantages: it causes diseases and it leads to food spoilage. So how the microorganism causes a disease? So there is a diagram here. So disease causing microorganisms, so we have different types of microorganism, which is bacteria, virus, fungus, and protozoa. And the entry path of the microorganism, that we have three entry path: respiratory tract, genital tract, and urinary tract. So there are three parts where microorganism can enter, that is respiratory tract, genital tract, and urinary tract. And transmission is by three ways, that is airborne. So airborne microorganism example is like COVID. We have COVID, which has created a pandemic in 2020. And waterborne, we have waterborne example is malaria. And next is touching and zoonosis is nothing but through animals. So microorganism can be transmitted through the animals. And mode of action is, what happens is, it attaches to the target site and releases toxin and makes the host weak. So it attaches to target site and releases toxin, making host weak. And the body's immune system is triggered, and the T and B lymphocytes gets activated. So if you just write, we will stop with this because it goes on to antibiotics, how the when the T lymphocyte and B lymphocytes gets activated, how we can produce antibiotics, antivirals, antifungals, and anti-helminthic. You don't have to write about it. We'll stop till body's immune system is triggered and T and B lymphocytes gets activated. And next is the advantages. We studied about the, like, it helps in dairy products, helps in bread making. It also helpful in preparing food and preventing food from spoilage. So we have food preservation process to prevent edible items from getting spoiled. So what is the principle of food preservation? So principle of preservation, we have five topics, the five major topics, which says preventing microbes in preserved foods, removal of microorganisms and inhibiting microbial growth, killing microbes, and microbial enzyme deactivation. And we have food preservation methods. We have three types of food preservation methods, which is physical, chemical, and biological. So under biological, we have filtration, heat treatment, drying and radiation. Under chemical we have using chemicals and preservatives and using acids to preserve food. So under biological we have filtration. What happens, what it does is it removes the microorganisms. Heat treatment, it inhibits the microbial growth. Drying, it kills the microbes. And radiation, it deactivates the microbial enzyme. So this is about the flow chart for microorganisms, advantages and disadvantages. So you can also, if you are asked to write about 2 marks, micro what is microorganism, you can just write about the disadvantages and advantages of microbes. You can just stop till that. And if you are asked to write anything related to microbiology or scope of microbiology, anything like that, you can just draw this diagram and you will get good marks. So now let's do a quick recap on Robert Koch postulates. So what we studied yesterday was Robert Koch postulates. He identified the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. He also identified Bacillus anthracis. And so Robert Koch postulates, we will just study the 4 points here. So the microorganism must be found in abundance in all organisms suffering from the disease, but should not be found in healthy organisms. The microorganism must be isolated from a diseased organism and it should be grown in a pure culture. Pure culture is nothing but the culture should contain only one organisms. It should not be contaminated by the other organisms. So next is the cultured microorganism should cause disease when introduced into a healthy organisms. Next, the microorganism must be re-isolated from the inoculated diseased experimental host and identified as being identical to the original specific causative agent. This is the Robert Koch postulate. This is the diagram, very important question. Next, we will discuss about the spontaneous generation. So what is spontaneous generation? Formation of life from non-living substances is called as spontaneous generation, and it is also called as biogenesis. So what they thought was the microorganism or the maggots, they develop spontaneously in decaying matter. But Francisco Reddy, Lazzaro Spallanzani and Louis Pasteur, they disproved the theory of spontaneous generation, and they proved that life cannot appear spontaneously from the flesh. So they disproved the theory of spontaneous generation, and they said that the life originated from the pre-existing life only, and this concept is called as biogenesis. So this is the experiment of Lazzaro's, that is Francisco Reddy's experiment. Lazzaro Spallanzani, what he did was he boiled the a broth in a flask, and he just closed it so that no air could get in. So there was no growth. So there was no air, and hence there was no growth in the flask. Next is Reddy's experiment. He kept 3 flasks. In 3 flasks, one was open, one was covered with gauze, and one was sealed. So what happened in open jar was flies entered and laid eggs that hatched maggots, and formation of maggots in meat. And in a gauze covered jar, no flies entered, but they laid eggs on the gauze that hatched maggots, and no formation of maggots in meat. In sealed jar, no flies or maggots or eggs could enter, and hence there was no formation of maggots in meat. So Louis Pasteur, he did an experiment with swan neck flask. So he kept 3 flasks with the broth in it. So all the 3 flasks was boiled. It was continuously was boiled. So in that open flask, so he allowed air to enter, and the bacteria present in the air could enter, and it was contaminated with the bacteria. In the next was cotton plugged. So cotton plugged flask. So a cotton plug filtered the bacteria from the air to enter the flask, from entering the flask. So it was sterile. So in the swan neck flask, what happened is bacteria got trapped in the swan neck flask, so the flask was sterile, so there was no contamination. So that's it. This is the theory of spontaneous generation. So you have how many pages here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 pages. So I think for 10 marks it is more than enough. So it is, we cannot cut more anything less in this, because we have to write. Already I have made it very short for you, so you have to write everything. For if you are asked to write about the theory of spontaneous generation, and you have to write fast. So now let's discuss about the microscope. So what is microscope? So microscope, it is an instrument designed for the study of objects which cannot be seen by the naked eye. So it enables us to see the small things which are very invisible to eyes. Like, what is microscope? Micro means small, scoping means to see or to look. So it was designed by Jensen and Hans in 1950 to 1610. So we have two branches of microscope. We have the optical microscope and electron microscope. Optical microscope uses light as a source of illumination. Electron microscope uses electron beam as a source of illumination. So you might I'm not sure, but you might get a 2 marks like what is microscope. So you need to know about the definition of microscope. So you can write this definition: the field of designing and using microscopes to view objects that cannot be seen with the unaided eyes is known as microscopy. Most developments in the structural biology have occurred after the invention of microscope. So what is microscope? It is an instrument designed for the study of objects which cannot be seen with the naked eye, and it enables us to see the small things which are otherwise invisible to eyes. So micro means small, scopy means to see or to look, and it helps to see small things. That is an very inevitable. This is an inevitable instrument for clinical and research laboratories, and it was designed by Hans and Jensen and Hans. Two branches we have: optical microscope and electron microscope. Optical microscope uses lights as a source of illumination. Electron microscope uses electron beam as a source of illumination. So we will discuss about the types of microscope. So microscope, it is classified into 3 types based on the source of illumination. One is light microscope, electron microscope, and X-ray microscope. So light microscope uses light as the source of illumination. Electron microscope uses electron beams. X-ray microscope uses rays. So in light microscope we have different types. It is subdivided into the following types, which is simple microscope, compound microscope, phase contrast microscope, bright field microscope, dark field microscope, and fluorescent microscope. In this fluorescent microscope and phase contrast microscope and light microscope is very important. So you have to, like, everything is very important. You will get any one of the microscope in your exam, so you have to be thorough. I think you will get 1 5 mark and 1 10 mark in microscope related to microscope. So fluorescent microscope, light microscope, and phase contrast microscope is very important, but you have to be thorough with all the types of microscope. So under electron microscope we have 2 types: scanning electron microscope and transmission electron microscope. And we will just discuss about the simple microscope and light microscope. So simple microscope, it has a like, simple microscope is just it is, for example, for simple microscope is just nothing but a magnifying glass is a simple microscope. So simple microscope has a single lens system. So the microscope used in the laboratory of this type, it produces an upturned image. The magnification range from 4 to 40 times. A simple microscope is one which uses single lens for magnification, such as magnifying glass. So simple microscope is used to obtain small magnification. So light from a light source, that is mirror, passes through a thin transparent object. A biconvex lens magnifies the size of the object to generate an enlarged virtual image. Then the image is viewed from the other side. So what is the application? What is the uses of simple microscope? It is used for the study of microscopic algae, fungi and biological specimen. And the simple microscope is used to see small animals like bedbug, ant, louse, etc. It is also used to see chick embryo in egg. It is used in the dissection of animals in the laboratory. So light or compound microscope. Light microscope is also called as compound microscope, and it is very important, 10 mark. So it is a light it is a light compound because light is a source of illumination here. So what is the principle? The compound microscope worked on the principle of optics. The lenses magnify object by stacking lenses. The magnification is increased. So this is the parts of the light microscope, that is diaphragm, objective lens, eyepiece, which is also called as ocular, and the light passes through the diaphragm, gathers the light in the object. The objective lens produces a real inverted magnified image of the object. The magnified image acts as an object for the eyepiece. The eyepiece produces a virtual inverted and magnified image of the object. So I have a video for you for the light microscope parts and uses. If you see that, you will be able to understand more clearly. So this is the structure of we will just simply discuss about the structure. We have reflecting mirror. It reflects light on the object. Condenser, it focuses the reflected light on the object. The condenser has a diaphragm. It allows the required intensity of light to pass through. And objective lens, it magnifies the object. Eyepiece, it magnifies the image produced by the objective lens. We have a body tube. It is the tube with objective lens at the lower end and eyepiece at the upper end. And we have coarse adjustment and fine adjustment to adjust the image. We have a stage with a clip so that we can place a slide to see the image. And we have a nose piece. In that you have objective lens fitted in it. And we have inclination joint. It permits tilting of the upper part of the microscope to adjust to the level of eye. And other parts of microscope are stage clips, arm, base or foot. So this is the image of the microscope. So you have eyepiece, which is also called as ocular, body tube, nose piece, objective lens, and coarse adjustment and fine adjustment. And we have condenser, diaphragm and the mirror. Now let's go to the video. So this is the video which I have downloaded. So just listen to the video. You will understand more clearly what is the parts of microscope and its uses.
Ocular is the part of the microscope closest to your eyes, through which you look. It contains the ocular lens, which makes the image produced by the objective's lenses larger. An eyepiece may be labeled with its magnification or bar, for example, 5x or 10x, meaning it enlarges 5 times or 10 times. The body tube holds the eyepiece in position over the revolving nosepiece and the objectives. The body tube may be straight up and down or slanted. C. The arm is the curved metal piece that holds the body tube in place over the stage and the base. D. The revolving nosepiece holds the objectives and allows you to change objectives while looking at a slide or sample. E. The objectives are the parts at the bottom of the body tube closest to the sample you are examining. Each objective has a lens and a tube-like holder, the mount. The longer mounts hold the stronger lenses, the high power lenses. The shorter mounts hold the weaker lenses, the low power lenses. Like the eyepieces, objectives also come in various parts. Microscope has several objectives, for example, 4x or 5x, 40x or 45x, and 100x. Some microscopes only have 1 or 2 objectives. F. The stage is the flat surface on which you put your slides or samples. G. The stage clips holds the slide in plate on the stage. H. Beneath the stage in all the Besto microscope have a condenser having standard diameter of 39.5 mm, which collects and concentrates the light before it passes through the sample. I. The iris diaphragm is used to control the diameter of the cone angle of the light transmitted onto the specimen. J. The coarse adjustment knob is the large knob used to adjust the position of the body tube, allowing you to quickly bring your sample slide into view. K. The fine adjustment knob is the small knob used to change the position of the body tube by making small adjustments to the focus of your sample. Almost all of our Besto microscopes have both coarse and fine adjustment knobs, but some have only one knob. L. The mirror, located beneath the stage diaphragm, increases the amount of light shining through your sample or slide. Sometimes we use lamp plugged into an electrical outlet instead of mirror or reflector. M. The base of the microscope is the heavy bottom part. It supports all the other parts of the microscope. N. Substage adjustment knob is used to move condenser up and down, bringing it into focus. You're probably anxious to get started using your microscope. Before you use your microscope, you need to know how to set it up properly. This video contains instructions for you to follow. You should come back to here each time to use your microscope until you know the instructions by heart as well as the microscope. Step 1. Remove the Besto microscope from its box or cover. Always pick up your microscope correctly. Grasp it firmly with 2 hands. One hand under the base and another on the arm. Place the microscope on a table, away from the edge. Move it to a position in which you can look comfortably through the eyepiece. You may want to sit on a chair or stool. Step 2. Make sure low power objective is in place over the hole in the stage. Use the coarse adjustment knob to raise the objective so that its lowest bend is about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeter above the stage. In all Besto microscopes, aperture control is by iris diaphragm. At this stage, open it fully. Step 3. Put the slide on the stage so that the center, the bit you want to look as, is over the hole and under the lens. Use the stage clips to hold the slide in place. Step 4. Look through the microscope. You should see a circle of light against a black background. Twist the plano concave mirror around to make the circle as bright and even as possible. If you cannot see a circle of light, your objective lens is probably not in line with the ocular tube. Adjust the nose piece until you hear the lens click into place. Step 5. The reflector has one side flat, while the other is concave. It is difficult to say which one is best to use in every case. You will have to experiment to see which gives you a better view. The flat side will provide a sharper image in most cases, while the curved side will provide a brighter image. Here's a helpful hint for you. Never use your microscope in direct sunlight, as the reflected light could damage your eyes. Step 6. If you are using a lamp of your lighting, put it about 20 centimeter away from the microscope. Adjust the lamp so that the light points towards the mirror under the stage. Step 7. Step 2. That low power objectives is in place over the hole in the stage. Look through the eyepiece and use the coarse adjustment knob to focus upwards or move away from the sample or slide. This should bring the slide or sample into view. If you go too far, simply begin again at step 2. Step 8. When the specimen slide comes into focus, it will become sharp and clear. Step 9. To use the high power objectives, turn the revolving nosepiece to bring it into positions over your samples or slide. You should be able to see the sample or slide through the high power objective, so you should only have to adjust the fine adjustment knob. Step 10. Now adjust the aperture control with the help of diaphragm. Close it until circle of light dims and then open it again slightly and stop it where you get maximum resolution of slide or sample in view. Step 11. Medical microscope model Besto 10 have a special type of lens called an oil immersion lens 100x. This lens is used by placing a drop of oil, cedarwood oil, on the top of the cover slip and adjusting the position of the front lens of the objectives so that it is touching the oil drop. The oil bends the light more than the air would, so more light can enter the microscope. All immersion lenses make it easier to see samples because they increase the amount of light going through the sample or slide and microscope and into your eye. Convert your simple microscope into LED illumination microscope with LED light source. Our Besto LED light source illuminators, the variation that due to reflector light or hologram lamp technologies. Features: some interesting thought entire lifetime. No lamp replacement required, no extra cost. No lamp revalidation required, no wasting time. Lower power consumption and environmentally friendly by workable on 2 pencil cells of 1.5 volts. Rubber feet. Microscope with rubber feet prevents skidding and scratches on the work table and also provides positive grip.
So thank you so much for listening, girls. So just take care of yourself.